Welcome to Movie Slice. Quick fun recaps of your favorite movies. Sharp, funny, and to the point. Hit subscribe and get your perfect slice of cinema. The movie Daylight's End starts, and we find out there's a plague that spread across the world and caused a zombie epidemic. Of course, the world is destroyed and over. They can't go out during the day because the sun burns them, so they only come out at night. Now we see a guy named Tony, and we learn that Tony goes everywhere killing zombies, though we don't know exactly why just yet. Anyway, Tony is currently entering a shop and finds a zombie locked up in a fridge inside. He drags the fridge outside the shop and opens it, and as soon as the zombie comes out, the sun burns her. Tony just stands there watching her burn, and in the end, he leaves. Later, night falls and Tony goes to sleep. He dreams of his wife, Kitty, who died a while ago, and he wakes up really sad. From this, we find out that a zombie killed his wife, Kitty, and that's why Tony is going around killing zombies everywhere. After that, Tony enters a house to kill the zombies inside. As he enters, he sees a zombie in front of him and starts shooting at it, but nothing happens. Tony is confused and gets closer, only to find out it's not a zombie at all, but just a regular girl who had killed herself. That's why she didn't react to the gunshots. She was already dead. Just before Tony leaves the house, a group of zombies attacks him. He starts fighting and manages to take them all down except for one, which lunges at him, but Tony pushes it away, shoots it, and finishes it off before leaving the place. Not long after, we see Tony sitting on a rooftop, marking his rifle with a ribbon. Each ribbon on his gun represents a zombie Tony has killed. While he's sitting there, he hears a noise from the street and goes to check it out. He finds a crazy-looking woman sitting in the middle of the street, holding a doll and claiming it's her son. A police car pulls up in front of the woman. 4 people get out, including a girl named Sam. One of the 4, Mike, approaches the woman to see what's wrong with her. Suddenly, a gang appears and starts shooting at Mike, killing him. It was an ambush, and the woman on the ground was with the gang. The gang comes out from everywhere and keeps shooting at Sam and her group until they kill everyone except Sam. They go after Sam and try to assault her, but suddenly Tony shows up and starts shooting at the gang, taking them down one by one. He even manages to wound the gang leader, though he doesn't kill him. They ask the leader about the crazy woman on the ground, and he tells them she's someone named Annabella, a woman who lost her mind after her son died. The gang found her on the road and took her in to help them set up ambushes. Tony leaves the gang leader to die and walks away. Sam goes to Annabella and asks her to come with her to a safe place where they can live together, and Annabella agrees. Sam and Annabella catch up with Tony, and Sam asks Tony to help them get to a certain place where her group is living. In exchange, she'll give him supplies and ammo. Tony agrees and takes Sam and Annabella with him. After a short while, they reach a spot very close to where Sam's group is. By now it's night, and the zombies have started to come out, but Tony doesn't care and keeps heading toward the prison where Sam's group is holed up. As soon as Sam gets to the prison, she contacts someone from her group named Eisen. Sam tells Eisen she's here, and the zombies are right behind her, so they need to open the gate immediately so she and her companions can get in safely. Eisen agrees, leaves his post, and goes to gather the group. The first person Eisen goes to is Chris, who, by the way, is Mike's brother. Mike was with Sam and got killed by the gang. Then they go to Frank, the leader of the group, and Eisen's father. Frank and the rest of the guys open the prison gates and start fighting off the zombies alongside Tony and everyone else. After that, they all get inside the prison and close the gate. At that moment, Tony sees a particular zombie and completely loses it. He tries to kill him, but the door closes and Tony doesn't get the chance to take out that specific zombie. Next, Frank, Eisen, Chris, and the rest of their crew gather with Tony and Sam. They ask Sam what happened to Mike and the rest of her group. Sam tells them they were all killed by a gang and that Tony saved her and brought her here. At this point, a guy named Dogan, who's kind of a jerk, says Tony might actually be with the gang and only turned on them at the last minute, then came here with Sam to kill them all and steal their supplies and ammo. At that moment, Chris believes him. He keeps accusing Tony of killing his brother Mike, and things start to escalate until everyone is fighting with each other. But then Sam quiets everyone down and talks to Frank, telling him that she, Mike, and the others with her managed to find a plane. Everyone gets excited, and now we find out that Sam, Mike, and their group actually went out looking for a plane so they could escape and go to the colony, a place where only people live, and zombies can't reach at all. The plan is for everyone to go there and live together. Anyway, Sam takes Frank, Tony, and the rest to a room and starts explaining the map of where the plane is. Now we also learn that one of the group, Vince, is a pilot. He's supposed to fly them out. Everyone decides that the next morning, as soon as the sun rises, they'll take their cars and head to the plane. Frank talks to Tony and tells him that tomorrow he'll give him everything Sam agreed with him on. but he can't let him stay with them tonight while he's armed, because he doesn't trust him yet. Tony gets a bit upset, but Sam convinces him to hand over his weapon, so he gives it up. After that, Eisen takes Tony to the place where he'll sleep tonight and talks to him, telling Tony that his dad Frank is actually a really good guy, but he's just being cautious, nothing more. Ever since his other son, Eisen's brother Raven, turned into a zombie, he's become kind of paranoid. Tony understands, then asks Eisen about the huge zombie he saw earlier at the gate and wanted to kill. Eisen tells him that this big zombie isn't like the others. They say he's smart and has gathered all the other zombies around him, and somehow they even listen to him. Eisen asks Tony why he's so interested in that particular zombie and why he wanted to kill him so badly, but Tony refuses to answer. Tony spends the night in the cell until morning. During the night, Sam comes and asks him about the big zombie and why he wanted to kill it. Tony tells her that this zombie is the one who turned his wife, Kitty, into a zombie, so he wanted revenge. Now we find out that the big zombie's name is Alpha, and from now on, we'll just call him Alpha, so we always know who we're talking about. A little later, Eisen is sitting in front of the security cameras when suddenly they cut out. He calls Chris and Frank and shows them what happened, and he already knows who did it. Then they hear gunshots and realize a zombie has gotten inside and took out the cameras. We see that one of the zombies has really entered the place and starts killing anyone in his way until Tony arrives and takes him out. But after the zombie is killed, they find out that one of their own was bitten during the attack and is about to turn, so they have to put him down, even though it's heartbreaking. The next day, everyone gets ready to leave the prison to go to the plane, but when they try to open the main gate, it won't budge. They end up leaving through another exit, and that's when the shock hits. They find all the cars they were going to use to escape destroyed, and the zombies have blocked the garage door with them. That's why they couldn't open the main gate in the first place. The zombies did it on purpose so they couldn't go anywhere and would be easy to finish off. Everyone gathers in Frank's room to figure out what to do next. Some suggest using the daylight to move the cars blocking the gate and get new ones. But that idea's a bust, because as soon as they move the cars, the zombies will just come back at night and block it again. So it's like they did nothing. Tony jumps in and tells everyone he has an idea. Give him a weapon and explosives, and he'll go to the hotel where Alpha and his army are staying and finish Alpha off for good. That way, all the zombies following him will scatter, and everyone will be able to leave without any zombies chasing them. As crazy as Tony's idea sounds, everyone decides to go with it because it's the only real option they have. The next day, Tony heads out with Chris, Eisen, a guy named Vlad, and another guy named Drew. They all go to the hotel where Alpha and his followers are. They sneak in and start searching for Alpha. Along the way, they come across a zombie eating someone and take him out. They keep searching the hotel until they reach the basement where all the zombies, including Alpha, are sleeping. Drew grabs a bomb and tries to blow up everyone in there, but before he can, one of the zombies kills him, which wakes up all the other zombies. Tony and the group have to run for their lives and start fighting off zombies as they go. Unfortunately, Vlad gets bitten, but he keeps fighting bravely. Tony and Eisen manage to make it to the hotel roof, but they can't find Chris, and Chris was the one carrying the rope they needed to escape from the roof. They go back down to look for him and find him dead, killed by zombies. Eisen is heartbroken but takes the rope. At that moment, zombies attack Eisen, but Tony shows up, saves him, and they both escape. They climb up to another roof to get out, but before they can, Eisen realizes he's been bitten by a zombie, so Tony has to put him down, even though it hurts. Tony then escapes the hotel using the rope, with zombies still chasing him. Meanwhile, Sam returns to the prison, but all she's got is a tiny car she found, which obviously isn't enough for everyone. In the middle of all this, Dogan arrives with another small car, and Dogan tries to convince Vince, the pilot, to ditch everyone and escape with him in the car to get to the plane, but Vince refuses. A little later, someone else from the group searching for cars shows up with a bus big enough to take everyone. Everyone is happy, but their joy doesn't last long because Tony arrives with hundreds of zombies chasing after him. The group quickly starts shooting at the zombies and rushes back into the prison, except for Dogan, who tries to run but gets killed. Tony and the rest make it into the prison and start fighting off the zombies with all they've got. Sadly, a lot of people die, including Frank, but no one's mood gets lighter. They just keep killing zombies. But then Tony suddenly finds himself face to face with Alpha. He loses it and starts attacking him. The two of them go at each other, fighting brutally until Tony, using his smarts, manages to lure Alpha up to the roof. He gets him inside, and since it's daytime, the sun starts burning Alpha. In the end, Alpha dies right in front of Tony. Of course, Tony finally feels like he's avenged his wife, the one Alpha turned into a zombie. At last, everything's over, and the danger is gone. Tony goes to Sam, Vince, and the rest of the group, wishing them a safe journey and hoping they make it to the plane and then to the colony they want to live in. As for Tony, he tells Sam he's going to keep traveling the world, hunting zombies until he wipes them all out, or at least as many as he can. He finishes talking to them and heads off on his own path. Sam goes her own way too, and neither of them knows if life will ever bring them together again or not. And that's how the movie ends. If you liked today's video, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and activate the bell to receive all new updates. See you in the next video. Goodbye.